Hey guys, Julian here, and today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different with my dad.
Hey guys.
So today we're going to be doing a review of Minecraft Dungeons and the DLC that has came out, Jungle Awakens, I think that's what it's called. Yeah, so we're going to be saying the pros and cons of it, should you buy it, a final review out of 5, and just going through the basic points like audio and graphics and stuff like that.
Yep, sounds good.
Okay, let's get started. Dad, what did you like about it?
I really liked playing with other people on it. I like the fact that it's multiplayer. You get on there with Discord and you get a group of people and it's kind of a dungeon crawler in the vein of Diablo, as everybody knows, and that's just a fun thing to do. As a single player game,
Yeah.
So what do you think, Julian?
Okay, so I don't know, there's something about it. It's really satisfying to just like slice through hordes of enemies, and the graphics are very cute, and I like how everything is like
Minecraft.
Yeah, Minecraft.
It's familiar, right?
Yeah, and it looks cool, and I like the fact that it's third person, and this might sound weird if you haven't played Minecraft, but I really like the fact that there's new weapons and animations. In Minecraft, if you get a mod for like a spear, and you use the spear, your guy will use the spear like he's using a hammer. He'll like bang it up and down. But he won't actually, but in Minecraft Dungeons, if you have like, you can have like double scythes, and your dude will do like custom moves and animations, and it looks really cool.
And that's because it's built on a totally different engine, right? It's not using the Minecraft
No, definitely
engine.
not. Okay, so now we're going to talk about all the pros and the cons of it. So, I'm going to go first. I think pro is, like I said, the animations and like the fact that there's new and cool weapons. I really like that. I think the con would be that it's sort of like boring after a while, because when you beat the game for the first time, you get to play it again on adventure mode. And it tells you that it lets you get new items, but it gets you like 4 new items, and they all suck. So it's not even like, it took me like an hour, and I got all the new items, and now I just have to beat the entire game again to get like, I guess 5 more new items.
Well, I was going to say kind of the same thing. I like the fact that when you have, when you beat the levels, you have to go back and play them again on a harder difficulty. I think that's kind of fun because you get to know the levels better. It reminds me of like the old Mario games where you're constantly going back and playing the level over again, and now you're like, oh, I can do it way faster than I used to do. And then you start finding secrets.
Oh yeah, there are secret levels. That is cool.
But I think that the secrets, I don't know that we haven't found many secrets, so maybe we're just missing something obvious.
4 hours playing one level over and over and over again to find one secret, and I still have not found it. And we looked at like every tutorial.
Yeah, and I think they're just kind of like, it's almost like, I guess you have to stumble upon them. It'd be nice if there was some way that they, if you're paying attention, they'd give you a clue. Like
puzzles, more puzzles. More puzzles, less just killing people all the time.
Yeah, or more just like clues. Like like if you look real closely in a forest, you might see the mushrooms point you in a certain direction, as an example.
Yeah, that would be genius. Yeah. I think a pro is that you can change the difficulty per level.
Yeah,
which is really cool, because it means that when you're playing the first couple levels, they're really easy. And then when you get farther and farther in, you're allowed to go up a difficulty, and then eventually you can play it at like insanely hard difficulty. But I also, in my experience, it's really easy. Like after a couple hours of like just playing the same levels over and over to get like really good gear, high level gear, you can just pretty much like kill everyone. Like I beat adventure mode,
especially on multiplayer.
Yeah, I beat normal mode, and then I went to adventure mode, and I played, like I said, for like 4 hours, and now I can beat all the adventure mode things at like almost the highest difficulty.
Yeah, I agree. I had that down on my list too. I thought that it's an easy-ish game. It's kind of difficult at the beginning, but you get multiple lives, and you can kind of just hack and slash your way through a lot of stuff. I did start playing it on like one level higher than whatever current ranking I was, right? It kind of gives you an idea, like, oh, this is where you probably should play, this is where it's safe to play, and this is where it's hard to play because it's above your difficulty.
Yeah.
And I started playing above my difficulty, and I found that I started dying a lot. So I guess that makes it hard, but not challenging.
Yeah.
There's just more stuff on the screen. That's all it is, I think.
Yeah.
And then that made me think of something else that you said easy. I think a pro is that it's super easy to learn. It's very intuitive. You don't have to use the ASD keys. You can just point and click on your mouse, and your guy will go run and attack something.
Oh yeah, I actually do like that. Is I can do like if I'm playing on an easy difficulty and I'm just grinding, I can play like a whole level with only one hand because as long as if I'm playing like if I'm playing a really easy level, then I don't need to use any of my potions or my power-ups.
Yeah.
So all I need to do is be able to walk, kill, and shoot my bow and arrow, which you can do all that with just the mouse.
Yeah.
So it's got nice controls. Although this isn't really a real con, but when I go back to playing Minecraft, I always press I to open my inventory instead of E. Because it's I in Minecraft Dungeons, but it's E.
Yeah, what's up with that? Yeah. The last con I'd mention is it's kind of short.
Yeah.
It seems like it's not all that long.
Kind of boring.
Well, it's kind of repetitive, yeah.
Extremely.
But then the con or the pro of that is that as long as you're willing to spend more money, you're going to get new content. Mm-hmm. Right? It looks like they're going to continue.
That's
to
a pro for me.
it.
Is I think that they're going to keep making more content, but a con is that I think they're going to make you pay for all of it. One thing I do like is that the levels are different. They've like some parts of them are randomly generated, so that every level isn't the same when you're playing it over and over. There'll be
I didn't notice that.
There'll be chests in a different place. Sometimes your camera's facing a different way. But there's a con to that. The con is that if you're trying to find a certain place on the map, it's impossible because every time you play, it's in a different place. So that was the problem for me finding the secret, is that all the people who found the secret had different RNG than me. Now let's move on to the review of the different aspects of the game. So we're going to start with the graphics.
Okay.
Graphics, I would put graphics at good.
Yeah, I think good, but I think good's where it needs to be. I don't think you would want this game to be beautiful or reality, right? It needs to be good.
Yeah.
It's definitely on the positive side.
Yeah. Gameplay, I would put it at it's like
just gameplay. It's just
I'd put it lower than that. I'd put it at meh. I would put it when you're first starting out good, and it's really fun. And then after a while, I would put it at like meh, like a 3 out of 6.
It's kind of redundant. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
It kind of gets old.
Yeah, you have to grind if you want to get good items, and the only way, like the game is so short that I'm like, I have to come up with a goal for myself to make the game longer.
Yeah.
So my goal is to get really good items. But to get really good items, you have to get specific enchantments, and to get specific enchantments, you have to grind.
Well, I mean, that's just the game, though. That's how Diablo was, too. That's how all those games are.
Okay. Audio, not too bad. I don't know. There's nothing special about the audio.
Yeah, but I think it's really good. I think
You like it?
Yeah, I do like it. I think that's maybe one of the highlights of it. Even though, like, the only thing is, I think what you're gonna say is that it's not really that important to the game, but it is neat how you can hear like the mine carts coming up on you from, you know, that they're coming up from the right or from the left.
Oh yeah, it has like left right sound, directional sound, yeah.
And that you especially because if you're familiar with Minecraft, as you guys know, I'm learning Minecraft, so but that's a whole different story. But if you know Minecraft, you're familiar with it, you recognize the sounds of the mobs too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. PC requirements, decent. I mean, it's not that hard to run. My dad can run it on. Yeah, my dad can run his potato PC. That's like 10 years old.
Yeah, but I've got a really good graphics card, so that might help it.
Card.
Oh, medium. Sorry, it used to be good. Yeah.
Yeah, before I gave it to you, because I got a better one. Difficulty, easy.
Easy. I'd say easy.
Yeah, the difficulty is definitely easy. You don't really have to do that much. You just, like I said, like some levels, you don't even need your left hand.
Yeah.
All you need is to press the mouse buttons. Grind. Okay. Interesting. Too much grind, in my opinion.
Too much grind, huh?
Too much grind.
But that's because you're trying to, like...
Get better items.
Yeah, you're trying to get like
Everyone
do the best, right?
I don't want the best. I mean, I want the best items, but that's not what I'm trying to do. That's impossible. That's like so hard. But I'd like to have better items so that I don't get.
But
so
could you win the game without that?
Yeah.
Could you beat the game without? But that takes away from the fun of it.
No, I don't think I could beat it because even though it's easy, like it's easy to get a higher level.
Right.
But when you're not a higher level, you get completely annihilated. So it's like either you get destroyed or you win. There's no like in between. Yeah, I'd put grind. I would say, I mean, I get that there's supposed to be grinding, but there's just a lot of grinding and it's not very fun.
Yeah.
You know.
I didn't mind the grind myself. I'd say there was just enough maybe, but that's only because I think that it's hard to have a game like this if it's not a grinding game.
Yeah.
So, I mean, whatever that's worth. I don't. Maybe we disagree on that one.
Story, 0. The story is not part of the game. I would put story at. Game. Story would be like there's a story in this game. I mean,
only so that you have a.
The story is just like this man took a square and now you must kill him because he is a bad guy.
He has a circle.
Yeah, no.
Taking a square.
What?
You can edit that out.
It's just stupid. I'm leaving that in. Game times, I would put it at short, not very long at all.
Yeah, me too. Price,
I'd say, yeah, it's worth the price, but I don't think you should buy the DLC.
It's worth the price.
Yeah.
Yeah.
DLC's like 10 extra. The DLC costs as much as the actual game. And
aren't you gonna
only get
more
3 levels. You only get 6 levels, whereas the whole game is like 12 or like 4. And the last category would be bugs. Minor, like every once in a while there's a bug. Alright, so this is going to be the final review, taking into account everything we talked about. I would put the game at 3.5 stars out of 5.
Man, that's what I was going to say too.
Really?
I really was. I had in my mind 3.5 stars. But so why? Why?
I'd put it at 3.5 stars because it's really fun in the beginning, and the longer you play it, the more you realize that it's the exact same. I'd like it to be like when you beat the game, it feels like a rushed thing. They're like, oh, we don't have enough content in this game. Well, how about every time you beat the game, you have to beat it again?
Yeah.
I wish they would put more levels.
Yeah.
Or like maybe when you beat the game, you unlock like 3 more levels or something cool like that. It's kind of repetitive, actually extremely repetitive. But it's satisfying, and it's a fun time killer, I would say.
Yeah, I'd agree with most of that. I think that 3.5 stars for me is because, like I said at the beginning, like I'm looking for things games to play with Julian and as a group, right? And this is a good way to just jump in and have like an hour or 2 of game time. And there's a low entry to like a low learning curve. You can jump right into it, especially if you're playing with a group of people. Even if you don't really know what you're doing, they can kind of carry you, and you can like be part of the group. And if you get on Discord or some other chatting service while you're playing the game, which is almost essential, I think, if you're going to play multiplayer to do that. Then it just becomes a lot of fun because you can just goof off and really have a good time socially. Yeah.
So the final thing is, should you get the game? I say yes, but don't get the DLC unless you really, really like the game, because I kind of regret getting the DLC because I'm not having that much fun in the game. Dad, what do you say?
I say definitely get the game. It's not very expensive. You'll have some fun with it. Find some people you can play with it. And actually, I never bought the DLC, so now I'm glad I didn't. So, yeah.
Also, suggestion in Minecraft Dungeons, even though there's no way they're gonna see this, it'd be cool if they had made it like an MMO. You could load into maps with other players, and when you load in with the other players, it takes into account all your difficulties and it adds new difficulties. Yeah. Well, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you liked it, hit that like button and maybe even subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!
Later.